Please hold while we have technological difficulties, because obviously my computer is 10 years old and she really doesn't like being unplugged. She has no battery. It's really fun. So please hold. Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Kari and today I am doing that historical video I promised you, months ago. I honestly am still working on a schedule, but at any rate, today we are going to be talking about sea smoke. If you don't know, from about the beginning of Valentine's Day weekend or President's Day weekend through the next weekend, at least Duluth was under a wind chill advisory or warning, and we did not go above 0 degrees Fahrenheit. I think the warmest I saw was -1. The coldest I saw without wind chill was 27 below. The wind chill was 50 below most of those days, between 30 and 50 below. It was cold. Because it was so cold, when you looked at the lake, you could see the lake, and because the lake is warmer than the ambient temperature around, there was fog or smoke settling on the surface of it, and it's gorgeous. I will insert some of the pictures I took because I am one of the crazy people who decided to go out for sunrise one morning and go down to the canal and take pictures. Fun fact, my camera's autofocus freezes after about 15 minutes in that bitter cold. I was wearing like solid winter boots, snow pants, big puffy jacket, my Sub-Zero mittens, I had my head cover on, I wore a mask because my face was freaking cold. But I did it, and I got some nice pictures, so I will insert some of those. Anyway, I got curious and decided I was going to tell all of you about sea smoke and what it is. Basically, I've told you the principle of sea smoke when the air is colder than the water, and that's what happens, is it turns into fog. In the North Atlantic, so Maine, this comes from a University of Maine article, it is called white or black frost, which I actually find fascinating. There wasn't a whole lot of explanation as to why. So in Maine, the water surface, I guess, generally stays at about 30 degrees, and sea smoke happens when it goes below 0 in the air, which makes sense because here, Lake Superior generally I think is in the 50s as far as temperature, but it was sub-zero temperatures for a solid week and a half. As far as, I take it back. Nope, I was wrong. So the temperature of Lake Superior apparently is 30 to 35, generally speaking. I want to say that's in the winter, because in the summer I think it's in the 50s, which is why people can go out and swim. I don't generally swim, I just wade. If I'm going to go into a deeper body of water, I'm going to scuba dive, because I want to be able to see around me, and I don't know, I have this irrational fear, which makes no sense. But anyway, there are also things called steam devils, which are basically tornado-looking things that form if the smoke is paired with a heavy north wind. So if Canada decides to get windy and blow it all down here, we might see little tornadoes on top of the lake, which would actually be really cool, but I haven't seen that yet. So aside from even sea smoke, which again is a really cool phenomenon that I am now fortunate enough to be able to see on a fairly regular basis since I live here, and winter is a solid 6 months out of the year. Lake Superior also freezes rather a lot. This year, I don't think it had frozen a ton, but it froze about 50% with that lovely little polar vortex part 2 we got this year. So now there's quite a lot of frozen, well, by definition ice is frozen, there's quite a lot of ice out around it, which is very cool. The last time Lake Superior froze entirely was in either 94 or 96. The sources I found were conflicting on that. So we're going to split the difference and call it 95, but somewhere around there was the last time Lake Superior froze completely from shore to shore over everything. In 2014, it was 95%. It was also 95% frozen in 2015. And I remember 2014, it was cold. My grandfather died on March 1st, so we had to come up right before spring break of my last semester in college. and we got to walk out on Lake Superior in the ice. It was very cool. In Duluth and Superior, we're called the Twin Ports because we both have a port, and we're very big shipping cities, or relatively big anyway. In Duluth, we have a lift bridge, so when the big ore ships, which are either Lakers or Salties, depending on length and where they travel, come in and out of the harbor, the bridge goes up and down and traffic stops. It's a very cool sight. But the shipping obviously has to stop when the lake starts to freeze over. This year it went pretty late. It went well into December. Generally speaking, it stops somewhere around December and starts up again around April. In 2003, the Indiana couldn't get out on April 3rd, which generally speaking they can, so the poor ship had to back up and not go anywhere. There are also different types of ice. So there's a thing called rafting or finger rafting. Well, let me see if I can explain this. So rafting is a process in which lakes and streams, where the pressure of the expanding and the contracting of the ice, because obviously the temperature doesn't stay the same constantly, creates pieces that shift like tectonic plates, and they go up and over each other, and they keep pushing. And so oftentimes on the shore, I believe this is what it would be, you'll see sort of a smooth bit right up against the shore, and then maybe 5 feet out, you'll see this barrier, and they're gorgeous. Go check out Glenn Sheen's Instagram because they have some amazing pictures of it. But you'll see this barrier 5 feet wide that goes across basically the entire shore, and you see these sharp pieces of ice. Some of them are horizontal and they've got ice sticking up underneath them. Some of them just straight up stick up and they're all over the place, and they're transparent. It's really beautiful. The other one is finger rafting. So that's similar, but often it's moved more so by wind, I guess. And so you'll see fingers of ice, and they sort of shift, and then the fingers go up and over. So it's more like that than it is like that. Like I said, I just really enjoy the different moods and elements of Lake Superior, especially now being able to visit whenever I like because I live close. It's gorgeous. And I thought I would share with you what all of these, not all of these, I thought I would share with you a winter phenomenon up here about Lake Superior because I think it's really fun. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!